All day, every day, it's the same. Same. How are you, Chris? I'm good. How are you? Numbers are present. Numbers never lie. Man, red, fucking red. 4 times red is dead!
This film, Once More Like Rain Man, was really fun to watch. It follows this young autistic girl who is trying to be an actress, but every role she auditions for, she's always either not autistic enough or too autistic for other roles, and it's very frustrating, clearly. Her dad is doing his best to help, and her mom really wants her to live with her instead, and her dad cares so much, and throughout this film is trying to help her. In the final audition, she finally breaks down and talks about how this whole process has been making her feel. And it comes out in a really good monologue, and you learn about what these autistic kids have to go through in acting and in this world, people assuming what it is to be autistic and what it looks like, because she literally is, but they always say that she doesn't look like it because she's a girl or whatever. I think it was really fast and exciting in a good way, and I liked the dad and the girl, and I think they played their roles super well, and throughout the whole film we're always rooting for both of them.
Once More Like Rain Man, I think this was really fun. I really enjoyed this. I thought the approach was really interesting. I loved the idea of, you know, the auditions and seeing kind of a little bit of a glimpse behind the curtain, if you will. And I loved the dynamic between her and her dad. It seems like they had kind of come to a really good like relationship and found their own balance and found a way to make it work for them that is seemingly really healthy or pretty healthy. And then you introduce this whole other thing of being visible and getting seen and having representation, which is fantastic and amazing, and we definitely should continue to do those things, but also having those things kind of be sorted into a little bit of typecasting. And especially as you saw her kind of go through the montage of, you know, who will you be auditioning for, you definitely saw a lot of that. And to have the kind of consistent feedback that she was getting of, oh, be more of it, be more autistic, be more stereotypically autistic, and having again seeing that as the representation is great, the fact that you're casting these things is fantastic, but putting such strict kind of guidelines on them and relegating them to very, very specific roles, is that still doing more good than harm? I think there's a range there, but I think it's worth bringing up, and I think that they brought it up in a really fun way when you're talking about, you know, a pretty kind of heavy subject. And like I said, I really love the dynamic between her and her dad. I think they built that really, really well, and the journey that she goes on from beginning to end, I think, is really, really lovely. And you saw her struggle, you saw her work through things, and you saw her dad show up and support in the best way that he knew how, and, you know, let all of these things kind of unfold the way that they did. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great, but also brought up some really interesting things and some interesting, you know, kind of discussions to be had.
This film is called Once More Like Rain Man. This was an excellent short about an autistic young actress. I appreciated the screenplay, which shows how much the general populace misunderstands people with autism and only thinks in terms of movie stereotypes. Lots of great camera work in this one, including striking close-ups and some powerful spotlight use. Fabulous variety of audition locations as the lead moves around with her patient dad all day. The performances of father and daughter were warm and believable. Lots of fun banter between them. Well done, film.